Now you storming out my house in the middle of the night. I'm trying to. I'm not in love, it's just a game with you. I tell myself I'm not that into you, but I don't wanna sleep. It's 3:15. You're in my head like weed.
This is a long sought out video that you guys wanted. A lot of people have been asking me about my locks and who does my locks. I really ain't want to share her with y'all because because I know, yes, I gatekeep when it comes to who does my hair. So first question is, why did I decide to go with her as my loctician? I did my research when I first started and I asked her so many questions that it was she was probably over me by the time I actually got to my appointment. But I wanted to know if she washed her hair, number one, if I had to, do all of that. I wanted to know if she knew how to braid or plait over your locks. And she did. She knows how to twist over them. So that's why I chose her. So another thing, why did I choose locks over traditional locks over sister locks? And what made me choose this size? So she don't do sister locks
At all.
But we basically went back and forth on the size and what would be perfect for my head. At the time, this length was not the length. When she finished the first time, my hair was probably about this long. It hung right here, and I almost cried. I almost told her to comb it, wash it all out because it was short. The shrinkage was real, but she doesn't do sister locks. So if y'all trying to get sister locks done, find somebody else. Okay, so one big thing for me when I first got my locks, hair washing. Waiting a whole month plus was rough for me because
for everybody.
Yeah, I work out every day, and so I was like, "Oh, my hair is gonna stink," but it actually didn't. And how do we choose lock styles? I go on Pinterest, and I basically type in lock styles for black women or lock styles for long hair now.
Because you done graduated.
What? Okay, so how long have I been doing this? How long have I actually had Miss AfroTamer as my loctician? May of 2020 was my lock journey start. 3 years. I feel like it's been longer. I can check. Also, I started with comb coils. Most people now start with two-strand twists, but that's what I started with. And if you start with comb coils, this is what I'm going to say. You're going to cry when you finish because I had a fro and I thought my hair was really long. And when she finished, it was really short. And I had to really trust the process. And I was like, I don't like it. Can you? And we didn't put it in the style. It was just how she's wearing her hair right now is basically how I wore my hair when I first got it done. And
have any moments where you wanted to remove them, take them out?
Of course, there were some moments. I have low iron. Most black women have low iron. There were some moments where my hair started to thin in certain spots. And I think I took like a little sabbatical where I didn't come and get my locks done for a while. And I was ready to cut them off because my hair was thinning. There were some strands, some locks that were really thin at the root, and I was like, I don't think we can fix these, but guess who can fix them?
Made it work.
So I honestly, I walked in here one day and I was like, I'm ready to cut these. And she was like, why? I'm like, because I don't feel like you can fix these. And we sat down and lo and behold, she fixed them and we're still here. So, but yeah, the thinning was a big thing for me. When I first started my locks, a lot of people don't know this, but you have to keep twisting them because sometimes they'll unravel. So with the comb coils, mine unraveled and it wasn't bad, but it can get a little annoying when you look at them and it's like, go back. and then you
Mhm.
have to know which way your locks are being twisted. So that was another thing that I think at first, when I first tried to retwist them, I was untwisting them. So
It happens to everybody because it's confusing trying to
yeah,
look at yourself and do it because
right.
it's the opposite direction. It's hard. It's hard if you're not used to doing your own hair.
Yep, I'm not, and that's
Mhm.
why I come here because I can't see the back. I don't know what the parts look like. She washed my hair. I probably only washed my hair once or twice in 3 years. So y'all can judge me if you want to, but yeah, I don't wash my hair.
Don't. Most people just come to the stylist and have them wash.
That's another thing when you're choosing your stylist. If they don't wash your hair, don't go to them. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but yeah, they should wash your hair.
Yeah, the wash is important with locks. No offense to kitchen stylists, but
Why they can't wash them in the kitchen? They
some
right
people
there.
just don't want to bend over in nobody's sink. So I don't. Oh, it's clean. I washed it like 3 weeks ago. It's clean. It's not.
But wash my hair.
Go to somebody that's gonna wash your hair. Don't go to somebody that's gonna tell you to come wash. Only because you can't really get the nooks and crannies like you want to.
Right. And you can't see if you left product in there. Maybe you might have left
Mm-hmm.
conditioner in there.
God forbid you
Um,
do that. You done messed the whole lock up now.
yeah. So, yeah, don't. Mm-mm.
To each his own, but go to somebody that's gonna wash your hair
Exactly.
correctly.
Thank you. Okay, so another big question, and I'm going to ask this in front of her. Have I ever cheated on my loctician?
Oh no,
Once.
you did.
Once. And she didn't
And that's
notice
okay.
it.
Actually, that's okay. And that's fine because I always tell people to have a backup person.
Once. And okay, it was my god sister. And I'm pretty sure she gonna watch this video. I did have to wash my own hair. And so the struggle was real. Like I was like, yo, I gotta do this on my own. I gotta wash my own hair. I gotta where Alicia at? Because I needed my hair done like ASAP. And if you ever book with the AfroTamer, that means that you gotta book in advance. Like you're not finna just try to get in tomorrow. It's not gonna happen.
Unless somebody cancels.
Right.
It's got to be an emergency for them not to come.
And then you gotta communicate with her and be like, hey, did somebody cancel?
Color. Would you ever color your locks? People be weird about color.
When I first colored my hair, it was the second or third retwist in. So this color that you guys have seen in all of my videos used to be red. And this is what it has faded to, and I just don't care to
Fix it.
yeah, no. Because I like it the way that it is. And I said initially I'm only gonna color it once.
Yeah.
That was my initial statement, and I was like, I'm gonna do it once, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And then it started to grow more, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And so I haven't touched it anymore. Bleach has not touched my hair since. Would I do this over again? I would. But here's what I will say. I've been seeing a lot of people that have been doing sister locks. I know she don't do sister locks, but I probably I'm
Maybe
lying.
you should get if you were to maybe micro locks.
And she don't do micro locks
Mm-mm.
either. I can't imagine sitting here for however long it takes to do those. So it's probably good that I didn't go with sister locks. How long do you recommend you wait in between retwists?
It depends on the person. I have a client who I retwist every 2 months, every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I have clients who I retwist every 4 months. So it's a preference thing. If you're going to the same person, it won't hinder your lock. Most people will say, oh, if you go too often, your hair gonna fall out. That's just not true. If you're going to 20 different people playing in your head, they might fall out. Everyone twists different. But it's a preference thing, depending on, do you like that neat look? Do you like that frizzy look? As you can see, my hair is frizzy because I hate the neat look in my own hair. It's a preference thing. I only like my hair neat if I'm gonna go somewhere, if I have an event or something. But other than that, I walk around looking like a bum all day. So it's when you first have them, you're like, oh, I want them to be neat. I want them to look a certain way. I want the style to always be fresh. The longer they get and the longer you have them, you kind of just wake up and be like, man,
it's okay.
It looks fine today.
Yeah,
it looks good enough.
It don't need no edge control. I'm good.
No, I don't even put edge controller. And again, it's a preference thing. To you girlies, no offense, You know, you want your edges to be laid like curtains. That's your business. Me, on the other
don't
hand,
need
I
that.
don't like all that product because it eventually, when you put edge control on, what you do, you stroke it back.
Yeah.
So where are you pushing the edge control?
Into
Your
your
lock.
locks.
And
Yep.
for those who don't wash their hair, you know, people assume if you don't wash your hair, it's gonna lock. That is just not. That's just not true. Wash
See?
your hair. If you don't want to wash your hair once a month, at least wash the edge control out. Now you need a detox. Now your locks all wide and lint everywhere. So no, I leave my edges alone.
When I'm in the grocery store, let's talk about this. Oh my God, your hair's so cute. Who did your locks? You, that person that asked me that. I really didn't want to tell y'all, but I know I said this at the beginning of this video, but I get that all the time. And they're like, oh my God, your hair looks so good. It looks so fresh. No, this is like 4 weeks old.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of y'all that think my hair is fresh, no, I keep my style in. And that's another thing that a lot of people are like, how do you do it? So she doesn't do it anymore, but she used to make this little roll on, like oil balm type for your scalp. Heaven. She don't do it no more. I still got some saved at home though.
Period.
So that is what used to extend my styles, and I used to actually be able to like go until my next retwist before taking them down.
I tell people to at least try to keep their style in for at least 2 to 3 weeks. If you can carry it to a month, you haven't sent.
That's me.
God love you. You're one of his favorites. I can't keep a style in that long, but try. If you can't do a month, at least try 2 weeks. The longer you keep a style in, the longer your retwist will hold at the root area.
Mm-hmm.
If you just go and get your hair retwisted and leave with it not style, just know that you don't flushed all your money down the toilet because it's not gonna hold very long. It'll hold for maybe 2 weeks, but then after that, you back to the way you was when you went to the loctician. And if your loctician is charging you an extra $20, $20, $30 for a simple style, find you somebody else to go to. That defeats the purpose of the retwist. that doesn't make any sense. If they're doing something intricate, then okay, I see. Like when I do 2 strand twists, it's a fee. Why it take longer? If you're giving me 2 barrels to the back, why I gotta pay an extra $35 for that? That doesn't make any. To each his own. No, I mean, make your money.
Hey,
Make your money, honey.
Some people, we not knocking y'all stylists. This what we trying to tell you. We not knocking your stylists, but if your stylist can't answer all of these questions and they can't say all these things and they can't tell you why they do certain things this way, or they gatekeeping on this is the product that I use on your
Just
hair.
silly stuff.
Do you use beeswax?
No. Okay. That wax never comes out of your locks. I don't care what nobody say. It's in there.
And that's another thing that that's a big thing that people think that's how you're supposed to start locks, with beeswax. And I'm telling you, before I started my lock journey, I did my research, and I think I might have been watching one of your videos where you said don't use beeswax, and I was like, ooh.
You want to go to a knowledgeable loctician, not somebody that's just doing locks because they short on bills. You know, that's just somebody doing hair. No offense to the people that do that, but I'm just saying, then the people that you ask, well, how should I maintain my hair? You know what they're gonna tell you? Oh, just oil it. You have to do more. Them not the people you want to go to, because why should I oil it? How much oil do I need? What oil do you need me to use? Oh, just go to the store and get wild growth. See, that means they don't know what the hell they're doing, and they just need some money on the side. Go to somebody that's gonna be able to tell you why they're doing something, not just why you should do it, but why are you doing it? What's the reasoning behind it? Locks is not just a temporary hairstyle. It's something you're gonna have in your head for the rest of your life if you choose to. So you want to make sure your whole journey you're doing it correctly, and still gonna mess up along the way. That's normal, but you want to go to somebody that's gonna help you, guide you right back on track. God forbid you fall short, or out of nowhere you get a scalp condition or something. You want to go to somebody that's gonna guide you through that, so that you won't just be like, I don't know what to do, I'm gonna just cut it off. Now you don't waste all your time, and now you mad. Now you gotta start over again, and you still stuck with the same problem you had before.
All right, so another question: do you have to cut them off in order to start over, or in order to go back to straight hair?
Nope. You could comb them out. You can either comb them out or take a crochet needle and pick them out. The reason you want to comb over cut, just in case you want to get a style right after, braids or something, or you want to get a silk press or whatever, or you still want to just have some length on your head, then you're going to comb them out. The pros to combing them out are you still have your hair. The cons to combing them out is it is time consuming. The harder, or let me not say harder, the more mature your locks are, the harder it will be for you to get them out, the longer it is going to take. But it is still possible. Get you a friend, get you some comfortable chairs, and all you need is water and conditioner. VO5, that Dollar Tree brand, is the perfect brand for combing your locks out. If you don't care to keep your length, if you don't care to have nothing on your head, you just want to be free, then just cut it off. Don't cut it to the scalp though, because only an idiot would do that. Go where your new growth is and cut there. So that way, when you go to the barber, they have something to work with, something to help, give you some flair to your haircut. So yeah. And if you do cut them, sell them or keep them. If you do decide to just cut them raw, cut them straight off, keep them. You may change your mind because they can always be put back in.
See?
People don't think that, but you can put them right back in whenever you're ready.
All right. Lock extensions. So I have a love-hate type thing for lock extensions because I think it's cheating. I feel like the people that do it are skipping the process. But it's cute, don't get me wrong. She does lock extensions.
Hey.
So pros and cons on lock extensions.
Okay. I love lock extensions, okay? I get why people get them. So first, let me just explain what they are. Instant locks and lock extensions are the same thing. I tell people lock extensions are for people who want locks and they're not comfortable with the length of their hair. They want them long immediately. You go ahead and get lock extensions. Now, with lock extensions, the pros are you have the immediate length. They're pretty, they're gorgeous, and you done skipped at least a year or two worth of retwist. The cons are where people mess up is lock extensions are made with full density hair. For an example, they are made with thick 4C hair. That's how lock extensions are made. If you do not have 4C thick hair and you have low density or thin hair or curly hair or 3C, whatever you got, if you do not have 4C hair and you put in 4C extensions, one, now it's heavy. Your hair is not used to that. So now the locks are heavy, they weigh down, and then they start to cause traction alopecia, which is your hair pulling and trying to escape your hair because it is too heavy. If you're going to get lock extensions, don't get them down to your butt. That just doesn't make any sense. That's just so stupid. That's too heavy. If you're going to get them, at least get them to your shoulders and grow them out the rest of the way. By the time your real hair matches your shoulders, when you cut them, it ain't like you really lost anything because you back where you started at and you're comfortable. So I like lock extensions. Just be educated when you get them. Do your research. Don't get them off Amazon. No shade, no tea to people who sell lock extensions on Amazon, but think about it. Amazon is for big corporations. It's for companies in China. It's like Alibaba. Etsy is for small business owners, so they don't have to compete with big brands. If you are buying lock extensions off of Amazon, that means you're buying it from a big company. Who the hell in China got Afro Kinky Bow hair? Nobody. So you have to put your common sense together. That means you're getting something that's not real, something that was created in the factory, which means now you're spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on fake hair. Now you're back at square one. So if you're going to get them, I mean, I'm not against them. Just do your research and make it make sense. You can't be Pocahontas overnight. And I can tell you, every client, and I mean every, I'm not exaggerating, every client that I have installed lock extensions in and they went and got them extremely long, despite me telling them not to, they hated it within 2 months. They hated it and just didn't want to tell me. So what they do is they'll cut it. They'll come back and I'll say, hey, your hair looks shorter. Oh, I cut it. It was too long. They're cutting them out. Now you're wasting money. So make sure you're comfortable and understand when you get lock extensions, they're not attaching them at the root of your hair. They are creating locks with say your hair this long. They're creating the lock and then attaching it. So if you buy extensions that's this long, it's going to come down. They're attaching it to your end. So like I said, just do research. Ask questions. Even if you get on a stylist's nerves, I'm paying you. I'm about to give you my money. Ask as many questions as you can to make you comfortable with this lifelong decision that you're about to make so you don't waste no money. If you're asking a stylist a million questions and it sounds like they got an attitude, just go to somebody else. That stylist is not meant for you because why you got an attitude about something I'm going to pay you for? That just Now, if you asking stupid questions, and I mean, I get it, we're human. But if you're asking something about your hair, make sure you're respectful and just, hey, I just want to make sure I'm on the right track. If the stylist offers a consultation, go in for that consultation and write down every question you could think of and just ask it.
Yeah.
This is your money you're spending. Ask a million questions.
Do you do men and boys locks?
I do everybody's locks. There are certain locticians who only do women. I don't really understand why, but they must have had a traumatic experience or something. But I do everybody, men, women, children. I don't care how old the baby is, as long as they can sit down. If they can't sit down, I hope you can hold them. I'll let you hold them in your lap. I'll get them a little seat. I'm a very comforting hairstylist because everybody wants their hair done. You know, there are people who will turn people away because of their gender and age, but everybody wants to get their hair done. Every parent can't do hair. This is not the 80s and 90s no more. So everybody, for some reason, just some women just can't do hair.
Right.
They have to go to a hair salon. So could you imagine you finding somebody you really like their work and they tell you, oh my God, your child is how old? You bring in a man? Absolutely not. I can't do your hair. It's just me. I do everybody hair.
Anything you want to add as far as booking, as far as
Reading is fundamental. I can't stress that enough. I don't know if everybody don't know how to read, but have somebody book your appointment who can read. Okay, because it's nothing more frustrating than spending money as a stylist. You know, you're spending money making sure the site is very legible and people can understand it, and then you have people that just ask you a million questions. And again, I know I said ask a million questions, but make sure you done check that person's website first so you don't get under their nerves. Like, could you imagine me, you asking me, hey, do you do this service? And it's right there on my website. And then you say, oh yeah, I looked at it. I just want to clarify. Don't you know how to read? So, stuff like that. Like, don't be slow now, y'all. You know, reading is fundamental. This is a huge decision starting locks. You want to make sure you're doing it right from the get-go. You don't want one bad incident to turn you off from the whole community because one person messed up the experience for you.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say one thing. I am the person that does not read the website anymore.
No need. She's a regular.
Because so when she changes things like how you can pay and all of that, I'm not reading it because I just go to the retwist and I'm like, dang, oh, I can't use that no more, or I can't pay like that. Okay, that's fine. I'll just pay it this way. So I'm the one person. I've been coming here for 3 years, so I'm the person that don't read anymore. I just book the appointment and keep going. But I did read it today.
Period. And that's different. You're a regular.
I'm like, go back and read. Make sure that say what it's supposed to say.
Build a relationship with your stylist too. You don't want to go to nobody making you uncomfortable. Could you imagine you go to you in a city and there's not a lot of people to service you, and the only stylist available you have a horrible relationship with? You want to be able to laugh and
Right.
be able to confide in your stylist and be comfortable. I had a male client who I got from another stylist, and he said the reason he don't go to her no more is because she don't talk to men. I know it sounds weird, but she don't talk to her men clients. She's not as open and funny and empathetic with her men as she is with her female clients. So he was just so uncomfortable going to his appointments, but he was the only lady that he could find. So build a bond with your stylist, because once you become a regular, you know, you just get different types of accommodations.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 40 minutes late? I don't care. I'll see you when you get here. But somebody I ain't never met, cancel. Because why you playing with my time? Become a regular with your stylist, okay? You get more stuff.
Me and my mom, we always on time, so
Mhm.
don't worry about that. Over the years, I'm gonna show her shop. Over the years, it has definitely changed, and the environment has always been amazing. And every time she changes it, I come in here and I'm like, yes, look, I love it.
Mhm.
So, how was it when you first moved here?
When I first moved here, it was all black. The walls were jet black. I don't
Okay.
know why. It made sense to me,
That's what she.
but it was
wanted
just
to paint.
black. There was nothing on the walls. It was just black. Then the second time it was that weird little triangle pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah, that had these little.
It was cool though. Like, okay, so I am big on art and geometric figures.
Shapes. That's what it was.
I'm
yeah.
big on that. So when she did it, I was looking and I was like, I was paying attention to the lines. I'm like, she used tape on that. Like, but that was just me. That's my thing. I was like, okay, this is nice. I like this. This is something different. And now she's changed it. again.
Mm.
And then I think the first shop, which was at her mom's, was
Dang, you used to come there too?
yes.
So I've
I
been
did.
here almost 4. So I've been here almost 4 years then. Dang, you're right. I gotta go find it. That was
Gray,
brick. It was gray, black, and white.
Yeah, okay, so that's another thing with me. I used to pay attention to the bricks, and I'm like, why she did it like that? But yeah, I used to pay attention to that. But it was every place that she's been has been really nice. So let me turn the camera around, show you the door when you first come in, the TV. So if you ever see her flyer, which I'll show you guys that as well. I love how she has painted the different colors. That's new. I was the first person to use
You were first person to
use the dryer. And then she put up new cabinets as well. Oh, this is her wash sink. This is new as well.
It's a hanging ring light.
See the we'll put that in the Amazon storefront as well if y'all want to see that.
My accessory wall.
Alrighty. Very nice. Okay, so now you guys have seen all of that. I'm pretty sure y'all still have more questions. But we'll get back to y'all. I'm gonna try to do 1-2 videos maybe every time that I come. Y'all always see the before and after, but y'all never get to actually talk to my loctician. So
hey, I'm licensed, by the way.
And why do I call it? Okay, so where did I get the name loctician from? Her.
That's what I am.
I got it from her.
I am a loctician.
That's where I got it from.
A licensed cosmetologist. And they didn't teach me locks in school, in case people are wondering how I learned locks. I just did. I don't know how to explain it. I just did it. The first salon I ever worked at, she did locks, but that just wasn't something I was interested in. So I understood the concept. But one day, I wasn't even doing hair in a salon. I was at my mom's house and not in the part she went to. I was just in my room. And this was like during the hurricane. Someone was like, "Can you start my locks?" I was like, "I don't start people's locks." And they were like, "It's not that hard." And I was like, "Well, I do need the money." I was a money hungry stylist. I was like, I do need the money. And so I did it. And I just kept on doing it. They told one person and that person told somebody else. And then I started maintaining it. So then it was the same 3 people. The same people became regulars and they told more people and it just trickled down. And now I'm a loctician. And I still did braids. I did sew-ins, silk press. I did everything. But then I realized that when you stretch yourself thin and you do a little bit of everything, you fall short on something. So the more people that book locks, I said to myself, well, why don't I just focus on locks? So slowly I started deleting stuff off the schedule. And look, now all I do is locks.
I don't know how long it's been, but we're almost done, guys. She just gotta do my style.
Gotta go into the dryer.
Oh Lord.
Dryer is not that bad.
It's not, but the first one used to be really hot.
It did.
Woo!
Barely worked right. It was uncomfortable.
But it got really hot, and I used to be like, "Yo,
whole forehead and scalp be red." But hey,
it got the job done. It got the job done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If y'all gonna go to a stylist, make sure they dry your locks. Locks that absorb water and stay wet, they stink. So a little bit of wet. If your tips are still wet, okay. But if your whole lock is wet, go tap that stylist on the shoulder and say, "Man, put me back under here." About 20 more minutes. When your locks are 100% dry, the retwist holds. So I know it's hot and it's uncomfortable, but duke it out. Or get a dryer like mine.
And got a question for you. I didn't show you guys this at the beginning. She did blow dry to a certain extent my locks. Why did you do that?
Oh, because sometimes I don't want to keep people under the dryer for more than 30, 45 minutes. So if I dry their hair halfway beforehand, then it's not as much under the dryer. They don't have to sit as long for the heat to touch it. That's what the dryer is for, to dry the outside and the inside of your locks. If you hit it with a dryer, it shortens the time. If you want to sit under the dryer all day, that's your business. But I don't want people in here all day. And I'm in a suite. I'm in a small room. So the longer they in here, the hotter it gets. People want to be in and out.
Right.
Yeah. If your stylist taking you 2 hours to retwist your hair, you need to go to somebody else any damn way. Why it take you so long to do this? It don't take that long. No offense. It just don't take that long.
We about done. It's 2:23. We started at what, 1:15?
Because I started late. Yep, 1:15. So yeah.
So with that being said, don't forget to check out my girl on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Etsy at the AfroTamer. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos just like this.
Say she on a diet, girl, you better not lose that ass. Big. That's that real shit. That's that jelly, nigga.